When was the last time you guys saw a review on Aramis here on YouTube? Well, it's been quite a while for me, but this one is one that you do not want to miss out. Stick around. What is up, Frag fam? Welcome back to your fragrance channel. Max Forti here with another fragrance review. Today, it's a very underrated gem. If you guys have landed in this page and this is your first time, this is a fragrance channel where we talk about fragrances, smelling great, and of course, making a great first impression. On the other hand, if you do enjoy this channel, guys, please don't forget to show your support. It's very simple. Hit that like button, subscribe for a lot more, and also don't forget to enable your notification. That way you guys always get first dib on anything and everything that's happening in the fragrance world straight into your feed. Aramis is an American brand, parent houses Estee Lauder, and I can think about 5 to 6 fragrances that I've enjoyed from this fragrance house over the past few years. The original Aramis 900 Devon JHL, as well as Life, which was a fragrance endorsed by tennis player Andre Agassi back in the 90s, just to name a few. So as you see, there's quite a bit of great releases over the past, 20, 30 years. And then after that was just flat. No one was really talking about the brand. There hasn't really been any new releases that got people talking about, but that has changed. Ever since I heard about this fragrance, the first time I actually saw about this fragrance was at the Employment Sense Facebook group, which I always talk to you guys about. It's my group. It's on Facebook. There's over, I think over 13,000 people, almost 14,000 people, fragrance aficionados just like you and I, sharing daily pictures, savings. Again, I'm not going to get too much into it, but if you guys are a fragrance lover, if you're watching this and you're truly a fragrance collector, a fragrance lover, if you're looking to get discounts, discount codes, giveaways, anything and everything fragrance related, you have to be a part of that group, otherwise you're missing out big time. The link's going to be down below. I hope to see you guys there. So as you see from the box and the bottle presentation, Aramis hasn't really gone with the times. They haven't really evolved and changed their face or their looks. I mean, this bottle is kind of like the original Aramis from back in the 80s, but I'm going to tell you what this fragrance lacks in presentation. It really makes up for in the juice. I'm telling you right now. Aramis Tobacco Reserve was released this year, late August of 2018. Available in a bottle like this, 3.7 ounces. It's an EDP, Eau de Parfum concentration, and you're looking to pay $76, which all in all, I think it's a bargain on itself. Now, Macy's is where I got my bottle. They have a discount going on right now on fragrances and cosmetics, which will give you guys an additional automatic 15% off, making this about $64 out the door. A bargain. Don't miss out, guys. I'm telling you, just from the price point alone, it'd be silly not to check this out. No, I do not work for Macy's, and no, this is not a sponsored video. I'm just telling you guys, it's a great fragrance. I'm so happy to find this. You can find this fragrance at 3.7 ounces until December 10th. I think the code works, the 15% on cosmetics and fragrances, which they never have fragrance discounts at Macy's. So if you have a Macy's around you, don't want to buy a bottle, at least get a sample or just try it. I'm telling you, it's worth checking out for sure. The nose behind Aramis Tobacco Reserve is actually Edouard Flechier, which this particular perfumer has a great nose. He has worked on many of the Poison Christian Dior fragrances. He worked in a couple releases that escapes my mind right now from Frederic Malle. He actually worked on Montana Dome, which I love. It's a oldie fragrance. And he also worked on the original Davidoff Pour Homme. So a great nose. This guy knows what he's doing. I'd say he has a more mature nose. He's been doing fragrances for a long time, but most of the fragrances that he puts together is more masculine and mature, although he has done some feminine fragrances that are quite nice as well, but I'd say more in the mature side of things. If you're a tobacco fragrance lover like myself, you guys know about variations of tobacco fragrances. You have the really heavy, sweet tobacco fragrances that are borderline gourmand, like your Tobacco Vanille, which is heavy in the vanilla. You have your cherry pipe tobacco like your Naxos from Serjoff, which is an amazing tobacco-based scent. Pure Havane from Mugler, Tabac Rouge from Phaidon. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. There's variations of tobacco fragrance. I would describe this fragrance as a green, elegant tobacco scent. This is a leafy tobacco scent. That's what you get from the beginning. The juice is almost like a greenish tinge to it. It does have a very prominent leafy tobacco, so very realistic at that, especially on my skin. As I smell the fragrance, you're gonna get some of those sweet components from the tonka bean and the nutmeg, which gives us a very spicy and woody kind of a backdrop. but the front and center here is going to be that leafy green tobacco, which is going to have some sage. That'll also give it some herbal nuances. And the dry down after the 45-minute mark, you're going to get this amazing oak moss accord that's going to come through and play a very important role in this fragrance, amping up the spiciness and woodiness of the fragrance. I'm a huge fan of oak moss, so I am biased to say that I absolutely love this fragrance. I love oak moss, I love tobacco, I love woody spicy. This fragrance has everything I love in a great fragrance. Great for this time of the year. If you're looking for an awesome scent, a new scent to wear for the fall, for the winter, this is perfect for that kind of weather. I'd say early spring is good. I would not probably wear this in the heat of summer, but other than that, it's a perfect all year round scent, especially for the colder weather, without a shadow of a doubt. So if you ask me what this fragrance reminds me of, like I said, if you like, tobacco-based scents like Herod, Tobacco Vanille, Tabac Rouge, Pure Vin, Naxos, it doesn't smell quite like those fragrances. It's not a copy or a dupe. If you lean towards those kind of tobacco scents, you're gonna get some resemblances with this fragrance, with the fragrance I talked about. However, it stands on its own. It's good enough on its own, especially for the price point. You can't really go wrong. Definitely worth checking out. If you love tobacco scents like I do, you guys have to check this one out. Another thing that this fragrance really scored high points on was the performance. I got 8+ hours. If you spray your clothes, it will be there the next day. Projection, it pushes strongly for the first hour or two. 3 to 4 sprays, more than enough. It's going to last you the whole day or the whole night if you're wearing this for nighttime, which I do think it's more of an evening scent. You can wear this, dressed up or dressed down. I like it more, dressier, fine casual, dressier occasions. I just think it has that, really elegant, high class, refined tobacco kind of a scent, which I do like for the colder weather and more formal or dressier occasions. Needless to say, the sillage is going to be fantastic in this fragrance. It's going to follow you throughout the whole time that you're wearing it, for sure. My final thoughts on Aramis Tobacco Reserve is I'm absolutely at awe. I'm at shock. I think this is a stunning tobacco fragrance. If you guys are into tobacco, you have to check this out. I'm so happy that I took my friend's word for it and actually blind bought this fragrance, because this is one of the best fragrances of 2018 in my humble opinion. It hasn't made my top tobacco scents because I didn't own this back then. It hasn't made my top fall designers because I didn't have this back then. But it's a very, very strong contender for my top designer winter fragrances, as well as my favorite fragrances for 2018 releases. A great little release, guys. Try this out. This is a hidden jewel, a hidden gem, whatever you want to call it. It's flying under the radar for the price point and what you get with this fragrance. Like I said, it'd be silly for you not to at least try it. Guys, so please let me know in the comment section below, have you tried Tobacco Reserve? What are your thoughts on this fragrance? Have you tried any of the Aramis fragrances from the old days? Let me know what your favorite top 3 Aramis fragrances are of all time. I'd love to read your comments. I also heard there's one called Modern Leather that I haven't tried, but I'll try to get a bottle for you guys and review it on this channel. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. As always, stay fragrant. Keep on spraying, but remember, it's not just what you spray, but it's also how you play. I'll catch you guys in the next one.